Hello, good afternoon, good morning, everyone. My name is Johannes Damto, and today I will be presenting you the lesson learned from the ABC International Head Office Relocation Project. And hopefully, my video link will be posted after I record the video. And on this lesson, on this presentation, the ABC Head Office's Relocation Project is briefly talk about what went well and what went right as far as the project challenge is concerned, and we face throughout the project and how we respond to them, and most importantly, what what lesson we have learned throughout the project. And I will also share some recommendations that could help us to manage a similar project more efficiently in the future onwards. So on my project overview slide, I'd like to discuss about the project that the relocation of the ABC International as based a new location. My role was a project coordinator, uh, working with Janie John, the director of the project management. The approved budget was 90,000 Canadian dollar, and the project planned to start from September 1st throughout November 30, 2026. The main goal was to complete the move successfully while keeping the business running with a little disruption as possible. Well, it's a nature that no project can perform without any distraction. It could be later or more. So the project scope and the objective are included as far as the project is clearly stated. It should a certain project or a given project should have a clear scope as well as a clear objective. So there were several important goals for the project. We want the new office to be ready and fully operational, and while making sure the employees could continue working during the transition. So we would like to make sure that during the transition, we would like to make sure that the employees will keep on working without distraction, with a little distraction. So we also need to control the budget and the schedule. Uh, the work includes moving furnitures and equipment, setting up the IT communication systems, preparing workstation, and coordinating with different vendor and contractors. These are the scopes of the project, and uh, based on this, I'm going to present you what went well on my next slide. Overall, several parts of the project went well. Communication and coordination helped keep everyone, which means everyone who is involved in carrying out different tasks throughout the project. So everyone is informed about uh, uh, the relocation activities. Teamwork was also important. That had to work together throughout the move. We were also able to coordinate with vendors and maintain business continuity. The budget chart gives us a simple picture on how the project resources were planned and why budget control was very important, which is which should be mentioned as one factor that went well throughout the project. So on my next slide, I would like to discuss about what did not go well, or what went wrong. So as far as the nature of the project is concerned, of course, not everything went perfectly as planned. We experienced some communication delays, and say, for example, I would say that a few setup challenge regarding IT and some vendor scheduling issue because they don't normally be on time, which is expected as far as the project is concerned. There were also some uncertainty uh, among the employees about the move and what they need to do. In this case, sort of awareness should be done. So it's kind of what went wrong as part of the project execution. And the issue did not prevent us from completing the project, even if some employees are not well aware of that. But they showed us the earlier communication, better preparation, and more time for unexpected problem would have made the process smoother and better in terms of time management, or in terms of avoiding employees from getting confused on the movement. So what are the challenges and responses? We face a lot of challenges while carrying out this project, and what measures we took, what response we have taken. So on my slide, I like to highlight about the challenge and the solution we face. When this challenge come up, the team focus on solving team rather than allowing them to delay the project. We focus on discussing issues rather than delaying the project. So for IT issues that I have mentioned earlier as well, and vendor problem were handled through the additional communication and schedule adjustment. When we have a problem with vendors, we will do thorough communication as well as some adjustment on the schedule side. We also provided employee with more information when they had questions about the move, and the experience reminded us uh, uh, because unexpected issue can happen even if uh, having a good plan. We have to expect unexpected. We may think that we outline a very good plan, but we should expect the unexpected. So for that, we have to be ready as well. So what are the key lessons learned, right? While executing this project, there are lessons that we learned that gives us a courage as a spring for the future, that helps us to be more ready on the project. So there are about 5 main lessons that I took from this project. First one, communication is very important, as I've mentioned it. Communication needs to be clear and timely. It should be precise and detailed, so that whoever is involved in the communication will understand it better way. Second, the early planning can help reduce risks. Uh, we might expect risks while doing this project, but the early planning can not completely avoid it, but it can reduce the risk uh, of conducting, or providing this project. Third thing that I have learned is that involving stakeholders early makes coordination easier. As I said, stakeholders could be external or internal while executing this project, but having an early discussion with them will solve the problem. That's what I have learned from this project. So it will make the coordination much easier. And the fourth lesson that I have learned is that IT readiness is extremely important, because employees depend on technology to do their work, which is very important. And finally, as part of the key lesson that I learned is that flexibility is necessarily, because not everything will go exactly according to the original plan. So based on the situation, we need to be We need to have a room to be more flexible. This is what I have learned from this project. So what would we do differently? What would have we could have done differently, right? And on this slide, I would like to discuss about is that what future elements would be as help as an input to do this project differently. So if I were managing similar project again, and I would say that I would make some changes from the beginning. I would communicate with stakeholders, earlier, and identify potential risks sooner as well, and confirm vendor schedule earlier. These are the things that I could have done it in a better way in the future if I'm going to handle such a project. What else I am going to do it differently. During the project, I would provide more frequent update and monitor its readiness closely before the final handover. So I would also allow more time for testing and to make sure every workstation was ready before the employee moved in so that complaint can be avoided. So recommendation for this project is that based on what we have learned, I have several recommendations for the future project. I would use a detailed communication schedule and maintain a clear risk register. Vendor should be confirmed as early as possible, and IT testing should be begun before the actual relocation. Employees should also receive clear and timely instructions. Should also receive clear and timely instruction. Finally, a contingency plan also should be in place so that throughout the project, rather than waiting until everything is going to be finished. So the patent elements of the lesson that I have learned in this presentation is that for useful lesson that I learned, I believe that it's very important to look at the project from several different aspects or perspective. We need to understand the result, recognize what went well, and identify the challenge and understand the root causes. We should also capture, listen, consider stakeholder feedback, and turn those listen into practical recommendations, like I've mentioned earlier. Together, this element give us a complete picture of the project. So rationale for including the element is that each of these elements has different purpose. Project still as whether we achieve our objective. Success show us what we should continue doing. Challenge show us the improvement are needed, while root cause helps us to understand what those problems happen, listen, learn it, to turn our experience into useful knowledge, and recommendation also helps us that our knowledge for the future project stakeholders feedback is also valuable because it gives us a different perspective. So listen, learn it purpose that listen, learn it are very important because project should not end when the work is completed, because there are other tasks beyond that even. What should take what we experience and use it to improve the next project. This can help us to avoid repeating the same mistake and continue using the practical that worked well. In other words, one project give us experience, that experience gives us a lesson, all, and those lessons can make our future projects better. So this is what I have for my presentation. Thank you for having me. Thank you very much. Thank you.